Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a binder update. I have about 6 binders to get to today, so we can jump right into it. You're gonna see the full range of sizes that I use for binders in this collection because I'm looking at the 6 that I have to update today and all of them are different. So first, as always, we're gonna start in the A5 because it is the easiest to move around, even in the chunky size. So I have a decent amount of updates in here today. This binder is mainly venue PCs, merch PCs of the 8 pocket size variety because they can sit nice and upright in this binder. But this first section is the Army booth, which we do have an update in. So a new edition page. I got these 2 from the Love Yourself tour for Jimin, so he's complete for these 2. I just need Tae's wings, and then I need 1 more of Jimin's for the lucky draws, and I believe that's all the Army booth photo cards that I need to get to be complete based on the templates I've seen. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it like this because I think they look good backed on the white, as opposed to these are obviously not transparent. So the next section of this binder is venue PCs. So we're gonna skip that because I am up to date on those for what I am tracking down and move into the merch PC section. So in my last update of this binder, I said that I was going to be tracking down the butter cardigan PCs, and I did do that. I think they're cute and the colors go well here. So this page also I feel like makes sense because we've got the cardigan above, pajamas below, so 2 apparel cards. So there are those. And then the next update in this section, so what I used to have here is these, which are the Las Vegas, the yet to come hotel PCs. These are the Las Vegas PCs from the hotel. These are the yet to come ones from the hotel. And I initially had them here because they were both the hotel PCs, but I was buying something else and I saw that the seller had this postcard, which also comes from the hotel set. I still have it in its original packaging, which I will amend. I just am having trouble locating my bigger size sleeves. And so initially what I was going to do is, obviously Prism Platinum has pocket pages that look like this. And so I was going to do the postcard and put the 2 cards in because they matched, right? But then I don't know, in my infinite wisdom, why I didn't remember the fact that these pocket pages are made for 9 pockets and these are obviously 8 pocket. I don't know what possessed me to forget that information, but regardless, I can fix it. Obviously, I know how to make my own sleeves. So I just have a 2 pocket here for now since I haven't done it yet, but I'm still gonna execute my vision. It's just not fully executed yet because I, for some reason, just completely forgot that those pocket pages are not 8 pocket size. They're for 9 pockets. So I will run a line in between these 2 just to hold them in place. But as you can see, there's plenty of room. So I'll probably just use another pocket page as a guide just to make sure I put the line in the same spot. Probably this one right behind it, but I will be running a line up here because I think it looks really cute with the postcard. I was happy to get this postcard. It was always on my if it's convenient list, I'll get it. I wasn't gonna go out of my way and pay for shipping by itself, but I knew if I could find it for a good price when I was already bundling something else, I would go for it. So that's how I ended up here and what I am planning to do with this page. I just need to get my hot tool out and put a line down the middle just so these don't flop out of place, but for now you can see the vision. But anyway, I do have an update on this page too, and finally I tracked down Jimin's earring PC, so I am complete for their artist made collection. And he goes, so I think that page looks very cute. And then on this page, because Taeyong has 2 merch PCs coming over for the layover drop, I'm going to put his 2 at the bottom and leave June's here because obviously Jimin only had 1. So Tae's will go here, Jimin's will go here, and then June's can go here from the artist made collection, which I think works fine because all of these are apparel items anyway. Boy, did he let us know that that's an apparel item, but regardless, I think it'll look cute. And so that's my current plan for this page for now. And then it'll be a full 4 pocket. I think that's all I have left in this binder. I kind of did some shuffling around. I guess I can show you this. I put their Webtoon PCs here for now, but I don't think they're gonna stay here because once again, a lot of my collection is under construction right now. But this is my newly revamped collab page. So I have his Puma PC, his Calvin Klein PC, and then the very few collab cards that I have. As you can see, I put in this section, but I'm still moving things around. So with that done, I will get into the next section, which is going to be Tour and Muster. Here is part 1 of my Tour and Muster binder. It is in chronology order. It's currently one of 2, but it's about to be one of 3. I had one of these get moved around and open up, so as you can see, it's pretty full anyway, and the other one is also full. So I'm just going to preemptively put these into 3, which I'm excited about that the numbers worked out like that, because I think it'll just be safer in the long run. But anyway, I do have a lot of early updates, which is exciting. Most of this stuff I got this past summer and I'm only now putting away, but I do have a few new things. So starting off, I do have some of these earlier postcards from the first muster and then the first official Japan fan meeting. So I am still missing Tae's for this one, but this is the page that they will go on because this is correct chronology as well. So here is Jimin and Tae's. These are pocket pages. I'll probably just end up fitting to size once the next time I do get out my hot tool, just to make sure everything fits in here nicely and isn't sliding around. But this is the general idea of page. So I'm just missing Tae's first Japan fan meeting, and then I'm also missing his 3. I seriously always forget the names of these, but I know this is the correct order. This is the showcase. This is the first muster fan meeting, and then this is the first Japanese fan meeting. I'm almost positive that I am right, but I will correct myself if I'm wrong. But I'm just missing Tae's for the Japan fan meeting, and then I'm missing his 3 showcase as well, which is less of a priority because I know I just need to come across a lucky listing for both of them. I feel like this early stuff gets highly overpriced for the listings that just sit around, but with some patience and regular checking of these kind of listings, I've been able to get all of these for very, very low prices. So that's what I would recommend doing if you're looking to add these to your collection. Is you don't need to jump the gun on them. I promise a listing that is a lot more affordable than the ones you see sitting around will pop up, because that has happened sincerely every single time. So anyway, this is a new page. I used to put my Tae postcard just on a page by itself, but I did get Jimin's, which is very exciting. This is one of the things that was on my high priority wish list for this year, so it just feels great being able to cross that off. But because I have both of them now, I figured I would just put them in a 2 pocket. I don't know if you can tell, but it is triple sleeved. I don't even know why I ended up triple sleeving it. It is triple sleeved, so that's just how I roll over here sometimes. I think it also is held in the pocket page better, but it also cuts down on air contact, which I do think is a problem with these cards specifically. These are the Malaysia Hello Session cards, and some of them have some yellowing and dirt in general, but I think if I keep it less exposed to the air, it could potentially help with air yellowing. I'm not entirely certain though. And that is the completed set for me for the Hello Session. And then moving on next, equally as exciting to me, I have updates to 22920. I am almost done with everything that I want to collect for 22920. I am still missing Namjoon's cards, which I have decided I'm definitely going to collect. I just have not done it yet, but an exciting update is that I do have all of the units, and it was a pretty good price, so I was very happy about this development. For now, because there's 7 and I'm gonna technically need 8 spots when I get Namjoon's, I'm just going to put one of his on the back for now, and I will deal with it later. As we always say, a future me problem, but for now, everyone can go with their own units. So who's going on the back? This is so cute. And then we've got like Pouty Hobie. So I'll put these 2 on the front, and then I'm just gonna stick him right on the back. So there is Yoongi's set, and then we will stick number 3 on the back for now. Cute. Okay, and then Jimin and JK, we've got these 2. I did like these fillers a lot though, because they matched really well with the colors, I think, of all of these cards, but I can't lie, I am very happy to have the units. Such just a cute set for everyone. And then These, this is one of the cutest unit cards I think in existence. Taejoon, my heart. When I do get Namjoon's, I'll probably put one on Namjoon's page and one on Tae's page, but for now they can both go on Tae's page. And there we go. So these are the 22920 updates with the units. We are so close to finishing, so that is very exciting. I just love these sets so much. I'm very happy I decided to prioritize these. Looking at this though, this is another thing I have to prioritize and I always forget about. I need to get the unit cards for those. But anyway, it's a future me problem. For right now, we are going to third muster. If you remember, comes after third fan meeting by a couple days. So that is why that's set up like this. And third muster, I decided because, as we know, the third muster photo cards are kind of controversial. They're an interesting color palette. I decided that I'm probably going to do a double spread, so when you open it up, you know, this lovely green and yellow just popping out at you. So on the outside, I'm going to do his like this. I think it just lessens the impact in a good way of just how interestingly colored these cards are, because when you turn this page, I feel like these things still go together, and then bam, this page can be its own green and yellow extravaganza. So that's where Tae's will go, and I'll get some kind of filler that goes here and do it like that, I think. But exciting update. I do want to complete Jimin and Tae's four muster stuff to a reasonable extent, so this was an important update, even though they're not necessarily my favorite cards ever. I think they're funny little pieces of BTS history. So I also just absolutely love how his hair is styled throughout this whole time period, so I do love to have this blonde Jimin represented. Anyway though, we do have one last update in this binder, and ooh, we turned right to it. It is Wings the Final. I do have his essay book, which is the last card that I needed for Wings the Final, which I'm very happy about. So in he goes, and those are the two completed sets that I did for Wings the Final. I definitely am very open to getting Namgi's, especially Namjoon's Hollow. I think is one of the most beautiful things in the world. So definitely open to getting those now that I have these complete, but we will see. I am leisurely making my way through Tour and Muster. I keep distracting myself with other parts of my collection, and I feel like it's mostly because I want to complete this set, but I also don't, because once I'm done with Tour and Muster, I'm like basically done with all of the major parts of my back collection for BTS. So I feel like that's just a sad reality for me to grapple with. So I'm like really dragging my feet on collecting Tour and Muster stuff. So that's my updates here. We've made some good progress, but we still got some time to go, which I love. So let's get into Tour and Muster part 2. Okay, this is part 2. In this binder, we have one update, but it is a very fun major update to me because it feels like the first real completion of a section where I said, you know, I want to collect my full bias line, and then now I've actually done it. So since you've last seen this section, I had Yoongi's completed, had the units completed, I got Jimin's this summer, and then so crazily I found a Taejoon collector who had their full sets. I had already bought from them before, so I was really trustworthy of them, and they were downsizing their magic shop for June and Tae, which obviously are the last two that I need for this set. So I got them, which means I am officially complete with fifth fan meeting, which is so exciting. So because it's 4 sets at once, I just decided to put them away preemptively because I did want to do the 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 look. So here are the full sets, which I think look nice behind their full unit set. I just love what they're all wearing so much. Like, the outfits are amazing. So I just absolutely had to complete all 4 of them, especially because they're all in the unit together. So here's the set. This is 1 and 2. We do have Namjoon ruining it, being horizontal, but it's okay because everyone else is the right side up through the rest of the thing. So whatever. We have a little snafu here with him being horizontal, but as we know, Big Hit loves to do that to us. So here is 3 and 4. Then we have 5 and 6 in the new concept, and then 7 and 8. I love these sets. I am so happy they're finally complete, especially because if you collect mini PCs, I'm sure you're aware of how difficult it is to find real ones of these. So now that it's done, it took a while, but I'm just so happy I have them, and I'm so happy I have the full 4. You may not see this binder again until the 2023 flip through, or who knows, I'm so fickle, I could decide I want to complete it next week. But for now, the current plan is there probably won't be any other major updates to this section before the end of the year, so she will return in the flip through. Moving on though to the 4th binder, this is a much more complicated state of affairs, and I'm not going to talk about what's happening in this binder right now. You're just gonna have to wait, I think, until the end of the year flip through, if I'm being honest. I mean, if you can put 2 and 2 together, then you're probably able to figure out what is happening. Based on the last time that I showed you where these cards were, it was not in this binder, but again, we will address that later because I'm currently not at liberty to say. So I'm just going to jump to where we're going. Oh wow, here we magically are in this section. So if you remember from my last DVD update video, I did say I will be completing OT7 for Memories of 2020 Blu-ray, and that I had secured Jin and Helby. Well, here they are, ready to join the bunch. I've been trying out this double spread thing for the sets that I do have OT7 for, Blu-ray and the DVD, and so far so good. I think it's fun. Especially just because I don't like having the backgrounds of some of these memories cards on the same page as some of these cards, if that makes sense. Because these cards either get paired with the bright orangey pink of 2019 or the bright green of 2020, and I think they just look better in this sense when they face each other. So for now, that is what we are working with. My fillers are still a work in progress, and as you can tell, this binder is just one big work in progress that we will address at a later date. But skipping past all of this nonsense, we do have a new section, and that is a mix of the TV shows, documentaries, travel shows, variety shows in the soup, and new edition books. We're putting books in this section too. So TV, books, movies, docuseries, you name it. It's all going in this section. So here's what we have so far. And we have a new edition, which I'm sure you are aware of. It is from the 10-year anniversary book, Beyond the Story. I did pre-order it from one of the Korean bookstores. I honestly can't remember. So I will say that the quality of the Korean cards is definitely way nicer than the American cards that I've seen. So I'm really happy about that. These have more narrow, cleaner edges, and I think are just nicer quality than the ones that I saw Barnes & Noble giving out. So I'm happy I ended up pre-ordering from a Korean bookstore, because on top of that, the Korean edition of the book is just way nicer. It's bigger, the photos are way better quality, and it's just all around, I feel like, a nicer product than the one they were selling in the US. So that's how I have these specific cards and not the more rounder, freebie looking US cards. I legitimately can't remember what website that I ordered these on. Maybe it was Aladdin bookstore. Maybe I got it from them, but there were a bunch of options where you could get, but I really like these cards. I think they're very beautiful. Honestly, if you're into collecting and stuff and you only have an English version of the book, I would highly recommend getting a Hangul version of the book too, because the pictures are just so much more beautiful, and like the book is actually physically taller as well. So everything is better about the Hangul version. 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're into collecting stuff like that. I think it's definitely worth the money to get both if you are so inclined. But there is the set from the Korean version of Beyond the Story and its new place in this new little section. As I said, we're calling TV, movie, docuseries, books. So that is that binder for now. That is all you'll be seeing of this binder for now, but I promise all in due time. Here we are in this one. This one is my general merch binder with magazines, concept books. What else is in here? Merch box cards, general merch stuff. So this is just one big merch binder. It hasn't changed too much actually since you've seen it last. A lot of stuff in my collection has drastically changed since you saw it last, when I was separated from everything for the summer, but in general, this binder is pretty much intact how you last saw it. So we are in the merch box section currently, updating this merch box. I genuinely cannot remember which merch box this was. It might have been merch box 11, but I will check. But I was very upset. I have grown to despise the door concept. I know I've complained about that on this channel before, but I really was not gonna get these cards, and then I did because I had the merch box and I had one left and my membership was expiring, so it was the last one to get, so I got it. I'm tired of these outfits. I am tired of these images. I'm happy that they're 9 pocket size. At least I think it's kind of fun to switch it up a bit, but in general, I am just so tired of the door concept to the point that I almost didn't collect it, but here it is. Yay. I'll probably do a different filler for this, but that is a future me problem. Probably when I'm doing binder maintenance before my end of the year flip through, I will finally get to it, because a binder flip through is a sure kick in the ass for me to get everything ready to go, because as you can see, I'm still missing a filler for here as well, but it will all be amended in due time. So here is merch box possibly 11. And then the other exciting update that I have in this binder, we need to bypass all of magazine and Daikon and go to just the straight up merch section, which I know is a very silly place to call this section, but this is essentially just merch that is with out of home, that doesn't have like things. So I have the Do You Know Me BTS game, I have the bigger inclusions, I have the deco kit, and now the pop-up shop. So this set was definitely not something that I was actively prioritizing, except for if I saw a good deal, and I saw an insane deal for this whole set from the pop-up shop, so I went for it. This is the postcard from Jim's birthday that they were giving out. Specifically on his birthday, you had to go, and then this is for Tay's birthday. You specifically had to be there for Tay's birthday to get that card, and then these are the, to be honest, I don't know what these are. They're like the bingo cards, right? I will put it up on the screen, but it was a pop-up shop. I know that for sure. I'm not putting this in any kind of age order. What's going on here? Okay. For the most part, I got it for the deal that I got on these two, because the total amount was just crazy low. So I'm very excited to add these into my collection. Are you seriously the other way? Both of you? Oh, why'd you do that to me? Why are you both facing that way? Oh, that's annoying. Oof, don't look at those. I promise I will be updating these fillers. They look fun on the front, but not so much on the back. But anyway, like I said, because I have more pieces from this event, I'll probably use those to make the fillers. So these are just temporary fillers for now. And yeah, I'm just so excited to have these. But this about wraps up this binder. So we do have one more left, and it is a new organization of things that you haven't seen before. So I will grab that. This is why I put this one last, is because not everyone makes it to the end, and this binder is certainly the least put together, the one that needs the most work. But since it's my more oversized binder, I was thinking of also putting the Hive exhibition stuff in here, because a lot of the Hive exhibition stuff is the oversized 8 pocket look or the 9 pocket look if you have pages that are big enough for it. So I've been experimenting with this. I do have an OT7 set for this. I haven't made fillers or anything like I have for the previous one, so I don't know quite exactly how this section is going to go, but I do enjoy putting all the cards that I get from Hive Insight in the upper right pocket pages. I think these kind of cards are just made to look the correct orientation because they're bolder in concept than some photo cards, but I'm still unsure exactly how I'm going to organize this kind of stuff. So these are my updates for this iteration of Hive Insight. I do have more from this Hive Insight. I have those film strips as well, which, if I'm being honest, I just don't have the energy to put away with you today right now. I'm not quite sure where those pocket pages are, so I'm sure they'll go somewhere here, and then I will be making a hollow filler as I normally do for this side, just so we don't have to look at the ugly back of the printed paper. But there's this iteration. So finally, the last section, my pride and joy, really why I want to work on keeping some stuff in a larger 9x12 binder is because I love my portfolio section. The updates that I have for you today for this section are mostly just postcards, and then I have one card update as well. So these were the postcards that you got if you ordered that set. I thought it was so cool cruel, but certainly not unusual that they would do something like that. But it definitely was cruel that they made a set with extra things to buy after releasing them all. So this is the OT7 section, and I know before I even turn the page I can see it. I still haven't made fillers for this section. Boo, tomato, tomato at me. I definitely will. It is a goal by the end of the year, so let's just ignore that. Now we go into Jin's, and I have his here. These are also things that are sleeveless right now, but I think I'm going to incorporate custom sleeves, so that is why that's currently on hold. We are on Yoongi's now. So here's his postcard right in there. So there is Yoongi's. Love his section so much. Here is Hobie's. I wish we could see more of his face. I feel like it's sad he and JK are so far away from the camera, but that's okay, I guess. So here is his section. I still need to do the white backing on this. You may be asking yourself, why are these here? I'm also asking myself this. I meant to move these. These shouldn't be here. I think I just put them here so they wouldn't get damaged. Because as you can see, these are in the back pages that are the right size for this binder, but these definitely do not belong here. As much as this looks cool when you turn the page to have Namjoon and Hobie's thing here, these definitely do not belong here. Anyway, into Namjoon's section, I definitely love his postcard the most. I think it is so gorgeous. I think it just looks so nice on this page. So here's his section, and then we go to Jimin, and we have his here. There's his postcard, and I know it has been a very long time since you've seen this binder, to the point where you may have forgotten that I was even collecting a 9-pocket page of Jimin's Crown PC. Well, friends, the journey is still ongoing. I'm still actively doing it. I really only pick it up when I see a really good deal. I'm not in any rush to complete this page, so I found a good deal and I got it. So we are 7 of 9 done. I think I'm gonna put him in the middle, how I normally do my OT7 setup. And there's the rest of his section. Let me go to Beautiful Days. Here's his postcard. I wish they were all in the horizontal setup, selfishly, just because it looks nicer in my pocket page for the members that have the horizontal setup, but whatever. Here is our Mr. Darcy. I love his section so much. I just love how the colors ended up looking. And then we've got our vampire. I make myself laugh, clearly. Our vampire. I wish we could see your face more. He's just so far away, him and Hobie specifically. But what are you gonna do? Big hit's always gonna big hit. There is his postcard, and we can end the video on his section, which is also the last page of the binder. This is actually the first one I put together way back when, and I'm just so attached to these setups. I worked really hard on them. And I just don't want to let them go, which is why this binder persists, and I'm experimenting with larger inclusions that I can put into it, because I just do not want to let this setup go. I love it. I think it looks good and it's unique to every single member. So that's that on that. That is also the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you did enjoy. You can comment if you would like to, and subscribe if you want to see content coming from me. Otherwise, I hope you're having an okay day, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.
Get the hell out.